Happy Friday, everyone! Hi everyone and welcome back to our Career Talks. My name is Milka, Emapta's social media specialist, and I will be one of the hosts today. And right beside me are the two marketing queens. Please welcome our operations manager Rain and the assistant to the head of marketing, Rusty.
Thank you so much to our kawaii social media specialist Milka. Konbanwa, konnichiwa. And to everyone watching, I want to greet all of you a happy Friday. So good morning to our team members here in Colombia. Good afternoon to our fellow team members in Sri Lanka. And of course to our Philippine team members. Happy weekend to all of us, right? So yes, it's finally the weekend. It's been quite a long and productive week for us all of here. We just came from a shoot actually. But I am ready to say goodbye and drink to the end of this week and say hello to a relaxing weekend. How about you, my queen, Rusty?
You know what, Rain? I'm looking forward to a relaxing weekend. But first, let's see everyone's insightful questions. Once again, my name is Rusty, and I am the assistant to the head of marketing. You know what? On our last episode 2 weeks ago, the Titos call themselves pals, coming from their initials, of course. And as a competitive queens we should also have our own. Kindly give us a creative name in the comment section, and we'll try to check that later.
Yeah, that's a great idea, Rusty. I wonder who will come up with the most creative name. But let's move on from that for now. A quick recap, especially to our first-time viewers, this Career Talks is a live session where you can ask any career-related questions or anything about Emapta. So just ask us anything and we'll try to answer it. Okay?
And guys, one of the best things here is you can win just by asking questions, right? So all you have to do before you post a comment, tag your friend and then ask your question and then hit that post button. So you'll get the chance to win 500 pesos
Wow.
Gcash at the end of our Career Talk session.
Wow.
Rusty.
So please don't be shy to tag your friends and send your questions. And who knows, you might be our winner for today. We'll announce our winner 500 Gcash prize by the end of this live session. Easy, right? Now let's get started.
While waiting for the questions, I will ask my partners here first a Miss Universe question. I know some offices will react. So the question is, what is your favorite Emapta office and why? Candidate number one, Rusty, please answer.
Thank you for that wonderful question, Milka. No, kidding aside, we have lots of sides of Emapta, but I would say SFS for me. It's not really, it's quite far from where I live, but it's always fun here at SFS, and also it's really fun traveling. And why not, right? Why not SFS?
Yes.
All right, how about you, Rain?
Thanks, Rusty, for that wonderful question. If we were in a competition, I'll already bow down to it's obvious who's the winner here. Just wanted to, hello to our Emapta team members. You've got your favorite office, post it in the comment section, right? So for me, even though we're live here in the SFS side, I cannot hide my bias. So I would definitely say my home site where I started working 3 years ago, and that is our The Ignacio Place site, one of our 2 sites in Quezon City. So shout out to my fellow, we call ourselves, because it's The Ignacio Place, CIP, we call ourselves tipsters. So hello
Hi,
to our
tipsters. Hi,
tipsters. So there we go.
Well, we have found our new Miss Emapta. Kidding. Okay, for the questions. Here are our usual mechanics. So we will be randomly selecting questions from the comment section. But first, we will go through a couple of questions that we didn't get to answer from our last session. So we will be answering a few of those. This session runs for 30 minutes only. And if we run out of time, don't worry. We will have our next live session on October 28th. That is also a Friday, same time, 6 p.m. Philippine time. So go ahead and send in your comments in the comment section below.
Okay, let's get this started. Thank you, Milka. Our first question comes from Pio Lucero. Hi, Pio, if you're watching right now. So Pio's question is, does the company offer technical training for employees' growth and support improvement? So let me answer this first on my own and based on my experience on how we've helped our clients and their staff. So here at Emapta, what we have always emphasized to our clients, both new and experienced to outsourcing, one of the surefire ways that they'll be successful when it comes to working with your team members is that you should always, on their first week of onboarding, teach them about your ways of working, teach them about the tools that you use. Because here's the thing, in the hiring process, they already know the technical skills you've got and you're qualified in that part. But what you always have to remember as well is that you always have to be familiar with the company's culture as well, the way they specifically use their tools. So if you're a new hire in Emapta, don't worry, you won't get left behind because the clients themselves are very welcome and they're very helpful to help you get up to speed with how their team is working. Because after all, everyone's going to be successful if everyone's on the same page. That being said, Emapta in its own on how we support our clients, we do have our Emapta Academy program. I will let Milka explain what's that all about.
Yeah, thank you so much. That's quite a lot to digest. So I hope you guys took down your notes. I hope you took down notes because we have Rain here and she explains a lot of things really well. So I would have to say that Emapta does offer a lot of opportunities for growth and support for us as employees. First thing that comes to mind is our very own, as mentioned by Rain, Emapta Academy. So aside from the training courses designed to reinforce basic knowledge in, let's say, time management and communication skills, there's also this thing called expert series where employees can actually impart their knowledge to others to help them upskill, because like what they say, you learn more when you teach others. So there are a ton of opportunities at Emapta gives to each employees. So what can you say about that, Rusty?
And to add or moving forward?
Yeah, actually moving forward to our next section, but thank you so much, Rain and Milka, for answering those questions really well and explaining it well to our audience. So thank you. But moving now to our next question. This is from Nika Adornado. So if you're watching, Nika, here's your question. What are some of our recommended practices to catch a hiring manager's attention and land an interview? And what tips would you give to our viewers?
Okay, thank you so much, Rusty. And if you want to be like Rusty, who stands out from the crowd, I've got one important tip for you. So here's the reality. You're not going to be the only applicant who has a unique set of technical skills, for example. Probably in your role, when your client's virtual assistant or accountant, you know how to use Xero, everyone knows how to use Excel and whatnot. But here's how you can stand out: by showing how dedicated and invested you are in the role. And how you can do that? Proper research. So how, aside from your technical skills, find out how you can contribute to the company's growth. First, that seems like a very intimidating question to answer, but here's the thing. You start with finding out what are the company values, or what do they stand for? What's their culture like? How do they support their employees? And the good thing is that resources are free for you. So make sure to check out the company's Glassdoor page. For example, you can search for Emapta's presence on Glassdoor, on JobStreet, on Indeed. You can check out what employees say about us, and you can mention those in interviews. For example, I found out that this value is very important to your company, or your employees mention that you have this regular training, this or that. I think I can help. I think I can do more. I go above and beyond by doing this and that, aside from my normal scope of work. So you always give that extra added value to the employee by showing them that there's more to you than just your technical skills. So I guess that's it on my end. How about you, Milka?
I'm just reeling from a lot of tips. I actually have to take my own notes here because it's so insightful, guys. I hope you really are listening well. So for me, each one has a different experience. But for me personally, since I was scouted to join Emapta by a recruiter on LinkedIn, I would say that updating your profile on LinkedIn or any accounts you may have online, kung social media accounts man yan or job hunting portals, it's very helpful for you to always keep it up to date because you never know when opportunity will come knocking. So it's up to us to be prepared for it.
I agree. We both agree.
Yes.
And on that note, since you mentioned LinkedIn, guys, please do follow us in our LinkedIn accounts, Instagram, Facebook, and also TikTok. All right. So I heartily agree with that tip, Milka. Okay. Up next is a question from RH Alfonso. If the setup with the company is work from home, will you supply the equipment and the employee? Will you supply the equipment that the employee will be using?
Okay, so I will let Milka explain technically how that goes. But in a nutshell, yes, we support our employees' workstation. So whenever it actually depends on your client, depending on your role as well, because we
Mhm.
want to be able to perform to the best of your abilities. You need the right tools and the right setup, the right specs for your computer, right? Just like in gaming, right? So I will
Yes.
let Milka guide you through the process.
Right. So that would be also depending on the work arrangement with your client. If it's a work from home setup or hybrid, the equipment will definitely be provided for you. Syempre, usapan na yan if you'll be working on site. So we have top of the line computers here. So whether you're assigned at home or on site, that's definitely a plus for you.
Truly, and and of course, truly, and another question we have here is how can you help applicants to gain confidence?
Oh, it's on me. So, right, this tip is something that I'm still learning to apply in every aspect of my life. It's quite recently, we had this quarterly review a few weeks ago, and I heard this quote from our head of marketing, his boss, Bianca. She shared
Hi,
this.
Bianca.
So she shared this quote from Anais Nin, which goes, life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. So leaving your comfort zone can be one of the most effective ways to gain more confidence in your in almost everywhere, actually. So whether you're applying for your dream job or you're just really looking to improve yourself, the best way to boost your confidence is to push yourself out of that comfort zone bit by bit.
I agree, Milka, and Milka has said it so much better than anyone can. Be comfortable with the uncomfortable. And for me, the thing with being, as our Miss Universe Back would say, how to be confidently beautiful.
With the heart.
Yes, exactly. is you have to believe in yourself too. And how you can convince yourself that it is worthy to believe yourself if you do your part as well. So that has to do with you improving yourself physically, mentally, and of course by improving your knowledge, especially when you're applying. So how do you apply that, for example, on the night of your first interview? Let's say the next day, very early in the morning, you'd have this very nerve-wracking interview. Physically, get enough sleep, meditate if you have to. Don't overthink as much as possible, because there are some things that are beyond your control, but for things that you are controlled, that will be your performance. So that's on the physical part. Mental part, of course, is that again, you've got it. You should always have your back of all the people. And third, of course, improving your knowledge. Do your proper research. It will really help you. It will help you become less nervous if you already know what the role is about, what the company is looking for, and how you can sell yourself, to the company. So, how about you, Milka?
For me, the steps I take to reduce the pressure that I'm feeling at work are just two things. So I never start working right away. So I enjoy my cup of coffee with my family and enjoy breakfast with them. So that's step one. Don't begin your day with checking emails and replying to pending messages right away. Did you get hurt by that?
Failed.
Yeah, so
Ouch.
that is a pro tip, and I would actually have to apply that one for myself. Sometimes it's inevitable or unavoidable if you like have a few messages pending, you have to check it, but you have to really touch yourself first thing in the morning, because if you take in all of that work, I wouldn't say stress, but if you absorb it first thing in the morning, you're just gonna bring that all the way, that energy all the way throughout the day. So do whatever rituals you can each morning to calm yourself and prepare yourself for the day. And the next tip that I would give is to not multitask. Hindi totoo na mas productive ka if madami kang ginagawa ng sabay-sabay. Do one thing at a time in order to finish more. Yeah, well, actually, I'm having a hard time doing a lot of things at the same time. So it's something that we, as employees, will have to proactively do. So in
I
order
agree.
for our tasks to be finished more quickly. So here is another question that will be useful for job applicants. So what is the greatest career strength? So let me first answer that one. For me, I would say that being flexible is a must-have for both applicants and employees alike. The ability to learn new procedures quickly, take on changes in an optimistic manner, and serve as role models for co-workers to stay positive during changes is what will be useful for you in the long run. So what would you say about that, Rain?
Again, very, very succinct, very, very easy to understand, right? For job applicants, especially for our fresh grads. Here's the thing that can supplement what Milka has mentioned about being flexible. And I think that, again, applies to all of the workers during the pandemic,
Yeah.
where we had to totally change how we work from the offices and how we collaborate with our team members. But here's one thing you should remember on how you can be flexible. You have to accept that even though you've already graduated and you think learning or studying is over, it is not. In fact, accept that in life you're gonna be perpetually learning, because that's the only way you can grow up, is that if you widen your perspective, if you keep an open mind, and you know where to seek the right mentors. So it just doesn't have to do with just listening to TED Talks. You'll find that, again, I think I mentioned this earlier, just like with internship, learning or improving or skilling yourself, it's 80% on the job. It's in what you do and how you interact with people. And it's through these people. Think about it. You're working with people who has so many years in the industry, for example, and you're gonna take very important lessons from them. And here's the good part, just like what Milka and Mercy has mentioned earlier, that you only learn or also you gain more knowledge by teaching others.
Yeah.
If you get to share that part, you get to pay that forward. That's also be a good. That's also going to be a career strength that you have, because this is often overlooked. But aside from technical skills, soft skills play a very important part if you want to move up your career. So, and public speaking, I know we're all three of us are trying to overcome that to this day, being able to
Yes.
speak in public. But here we are right now. We're taking that step.
Yeah.
Be comfortable with the uncomfortable. All right. Anything to add, Rusty? Concluding notes?
Actually, it's really an honor for me to be part of this live session, because, of course, we just started this recently, and listening to those advices, answering questions from other people, it's not just like a benefit to them, but also for us as well, who
Yes.
is currently working here in Emapta. This live session is really helping everyone to overcome something,
Yes.
right? So, but I think yeah, that's it for me, and I'm actually still taking notes of everything that you explained, both of you.
We're
The
learning
two
from each
queens.
other.
Yeah, and we're learning from each other. That is right. And yeah, I think that's it for me.
All right. It's time to end now. Oh, unfortunately. So, again, if you have more questions, don't worry. You can always post them as comments. You can send us a message. And just like in this episode, we'll go back to them. So, unfortunately, we've reached the end of the program. But Milka has a very important announcement. What's that, Milka?
Yeah, so if you remember, we mentioned a mini giveaway earlier. So now we will announce our lucky winner. Our awesome tech team has already selected the winner. So the winner of our 500 peso GCash is, drum roll please, Ivan Onko. So congratulations, Ivan. Please reach out to please send us a DM, and then you send us your name, your email address, and your GCash number, so we can send you your prize.
Congratulations!
Congratulations, Ivan. Don't forget to treat us. Just kidding. All right. So if you didn't get to win today, don't worry. Again, we always give second chances, even in this live session. So we invite everyone to join our, guess what? We have a post-event giveaway.
Yeah.
So please stay tuned on our page if you haven't followed yet. Tuned into our Facebook page for the mechanics of our post-event giveaway.
And of course, guys, if you had fun today or you have learned something useful or helpful, please don't forget to tag us on your stories at Emapta Experience and review our social media pages through the pinned comment. Please check.
Please check.
All right. Once again, that's at Emapta Experience. Find us across Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, any social media site we use. We'll be there. So we can't wait to feature you one day, especially if you join our team. All right. Again, we're very sorry to say goodbye, but I guess we all look forward to a happy weekend ahead of us. Right? See you again on October 28th, Friday, 6 p.m. Philippine time. It's gonna be a fun and spooky
exciting
vibe since Halloween is just around the corner. I love this month, October. So make sure to stay tuned for that. Bye, everyone. Once again, I am Rain, the Marketing Operations Manager.
And I am Rusty, Assistant to the Head of Marketing.
And I'm Milka, the Social Media Specialist.
See you again all next time.
See ya! Thanks for watching, everyone.
Tag your friends. They need to watch this.
The BPO life. Sad and toxic.
Hey, that's not true. At least, not here in Emapta. Here, we get to fulfill our dreams, be the person we want to be, without the need of going abroad. And all of this while we're having fun. And having time for family and friends. Sounds different? We are different!